Hey guys, at the duck pond today. Figured I'd check it out, see how things look. I'm gonna have to get out here fishing before the weeds grow in and choke everything up. But this is a nice spot. I enjoy this area. The scam today is a straight up textbook scam. You might have heard of it, you might not. It's the Easy Pass text scheme. People all over have been getting messages, text messages on their phones saying that their Easy Pass account is overdue, overdrawn, that there's unpaid fees and fines. And just keep an eye out for it. It's a scam. It's not real. Easy Pass in the US does not send text messages to people. It's been getting a lot of people, and I don't know the exact inner workings of it, but I would imagine they're not just trying to hit you for a $3 or $4 toll fee. They're probably looking to get your account information, your credit cards, whatever, so they can just pillage all that. And that's it. It's quick and easy. Just something to keep out for. If someone claiming to be Easy Pass texts you, just ignore that shit. For the score today, down in the archery range, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Archery. I'll go into the gear a little bit after first, but I think what makes archery special is it's just one of the things where you have to focus solely on what you're doing. When you're aiming at that target, you have to clear your mind. There's so many distractions today that I think this sort of thing's really healthy. Even if there's no practical application to you, the simple act of quieting your mind, focusing on what you hit, focusing on your form, your stance, your control, and then releasing. I think it's a real healthy exercise. So I hunt for art. I shoot archery for hunting, but also a big part of it is just fun. I'm actually here down at my club. You can see my wife shooting in the background. She's just getting into it, which is a lot of fun. And so usually I hunt with a compound bow, so that's what I'm best with. But when I shoot with my wife, I'm using a recurve bow, as she is. Let me grab it, actually, I'll show you. So this is my beautiful recurve. It was given to me by someone I was working for, who just had it in his closet, didn't really use it. It's a Martin Hunter. It's got a 45-pound draw, so if one day I get good enough, which I hope to be, I can actually take game with it. And this is hard, there are no sights. On a compound bow, there's a peep sight and a post sight, so aiming it is, almost like aiming a rifle. You have defined sights that, you look through. You put the post on your target and you let fly. This thing, it's all about instinct and feel. Now there are other archers that will, tell you different ways to, line up the tip with the string and hold it a certain way. I think there's, definitely truth to that, and if that's how you want to shoot, go for it. I may even try some of those things in the future. But for now, it's just all about learning how the arrows fly, how the bow works, and then getting so used to it that it becomes instinct. And that's how it worked for hundreds of years, thousands of years. It's the bow has to be one of the oldest projectile weapons, aside from maybe the sling. People using a string or a rope to fling rocks. at their enemies or at game. And then someone eventually figured this out. So I'm very grateful for that. It's just a blast. Can't recommend it enough. Check it out. It's something that's pretty cheap to get into. This is a pretty fancy bow. It probably cost the guy who bought it about $500. Luckily for me, it didn't cost anything. So I got real lucky. But the bow I got for my wife, which is more of a starter bow, but it could be upgraded. I think we paid like 125 bucks for it. Get yourself a half dozen or a dozen arrows and a target and a place to shoot. You know, it's still something that has to be taken seriously, as fun as it is. You know, needless to say, people can be injured. So learn how to shoot safely, and have a good time. Here at the club, we actually, aside from, you know, having a phone specifically for 911 calls, God forbid anyone gets hurt, we also keep a trauma box that, God forbid somebody got hurt, you know, at least we can provide some first aid to them. So it's a blast, you know, but still to be taken seriously. But man, it's awesome. I can't, you know, get out there and try it. It's a lot of fun. I'll see you guys in the next video.